So hello and welcome along. Today out with RB, and we are going to be ride testing this, the new LXR Euro 5 in red, black and white, and an exceptionally looking good machine. If you happen to see my previous ride video of the black and gold one, I absolutely fell in love with that bike, but this one and this paint finish, it's got that lovely matte red. So it's not a gloss red on this, very matte red. You've got the black side panels and the white underbelly to this. Exactly the same as the other LXR though. Stainless can, nice high tail tidy, and everything is LED all the way around this bike. So we're going to get this one out into traffic. We're going to have a ride test, and we're going to tell you a couple of things about this one. And the one thing that I was going to do before I decided to sit on the bike is, obviously on the old LXRs they did sit very upright. Just check how far that LXR leans over, so you're going to have no problems with that bike falling off the side stand or getting blown about by wind. Just wanted to do that before we sat ourselves on the bike. Now the difference with this one to the LXR has the analog rev counter and the digital display to the right. The LXS full digital dash on this, but otherwise everything's absolutely spot on. Now the seat height on these is 820mm, 12.5 horsepower on this bike, compared to 790 on the LXS and 13.8. So a little bit more horsepower on the LXS. And we're going to get this out. Now the LXS is a slightly lighter bike, a little bit more horsepower, and someone has actually asked me, which one do you prefer? I actually prefer the LXR. Now this is a personal choice and obviously my personal opinion. But when I rode the LXS, although I could ride it, I did find myself slightly cramped over the bike. So obviously it is a shorter bike and a lot lower in the seat. Now I'm 32 inside leg, 5'10". If you happen to be a bigger rider, the LXR is probably going to be more suited. And both have a 6-speed box. Both are absolutely beautiful rides. There is no difference that I found between the LXS and the LXR getting them up to speed, although the LXS is a tad faster due to it being an extra little bit more horsepower and a little bit lighter than the LXR. But my personal choice, I do love the LXRs. Now the black and gold one was my favourite until I saw this the other day. I wasn't a big lover of the red one, but Jesus, this does look beautiful. And both of those now are my favourites. So I'm actually swaying towards the red at the moment, because from a distance the paint scheme on it is absolutely spot on. So well done Lexmoto, getting that paint scheme absolutely spot on. But I do like the black and gold, and I also like the fluoro colours of the LXS. But if you are looking to get yourself an LXR or an LXS, what I will say is, don't go off a photo, don't go off a video, go and get yourself to a dealer, sit yourself on a bike, try it out for size before you make your decision. If you are a slightly bigger rider, you may find the LXS a bit more cramped. If you're a shorter rider, the LXR is not going to be for you. Now obviously I can flat foot this LXR perfectly, dead straight leg. When I'm on the LXS, my legs are slightly bent, and obviously when I bring my knees up into the tank and I've got my feet on the pegs, I do find I'm very tucked into the bike, almost as if I was on a Moto GP bike. But it is individual preference and what feels more comfortable for you. And obviously I prefer the LXR, a little bit more room for me to stretch myself out and get myself about. So currently sitting about 45, which is the maximum we are allowed for ride test mileage. But the other difference as well that you will find is the LXR is a lot louder than the LXS. The LXS is a very quiet bike with that under seat can, but Lexmoto are releasing a Lextech can for it. So if you are looking to get a bit more brap or a little bit more noise out of your LXS, next couple of weeks or so, once it's out and R&D'd, get yourself on the Lextech pages. There will be an aftermarket can. There is already aftermarket cans for the LXS that are coming out in a couple of weeks, and the LXR, not a problem. You can put a decent can on one of these, but why would you? It sounds good as it is already. Now obviously we saw the Facebook pages a couple of days ago, and I'm not going to name who did it. Someone's gone and stuck a Black Widow can under his LXS, but he's pulled the entire back end of the bike apart. I don't know what he did with it. It doesn't look that good. There's big gaps all the way around it. So I'd normally say, if you're going to get a can on your bike, go to an official Lexmoto dealer. Don't try and bodge it at home with a set of ring spanners and Allen keys. You're paying a lot of money for a bike. You're going to want to spend the best on it, which is why we always say, if you are servicing an Lexmoto, get it into an approved dealer. Make sure it's one of the good dealers, and 90% of those are, and let them service your bike. If you are going to service it at home, then obviously you're going to be invalidating the warranty, and especially with us, we tend to use the best oils that you can find. It'll either be Liquid Moly, Moto or Silcoline. And if you spend as much on oil as I do, at nearly £25 a litre for my stuff, you're going to want the best of the best in your bike. And it's the same that goes for servicing as well. If you're going to spend a lot of money on your bike, get the best service money can buy. But do shop around. But this LXR is riding absolutely lovely. And it has got a nice sound to that exhaust. Absolutely brappy. Reminds me very much of the Tempest GT. Now the Tempest GT is a lot louder than this one, but this LXR, it has got a brap to it. Now I'm going to get the visor up, just so you can have a listen of it going down the gears. Now I tend to rev match when I go down, but it does burble and crackle, and you wouldn't expect that from a 125 unless it's got a power pipe on it. So it has got quite a loud presence from the LXR exhaust. So that is a standard exhaust on it, and obviously if you wanted to change it up, Black Widow or a Lextech on there, then go ahead, get a bit more bang for your buck. So currently 14.2 miles in on my ride test mileage, which is exactly what I wanted to get on it. We should give the customer a call. He can watch this video, see his bike being ridden correctly. Now we are going to head back to the garage. Now obviously LXRs, LXSs are all coming into the country now. We have got a couple of SEs coming next week. And it's nice to see White Van Man is in the wrong lane again. Typical for this roundabout. Quick shoulder check. But if you are into a Lexmoto, most of the dealers are now getting LXRs and LXSs into stock, as well as the SEs. So go and check out the pages, lexmoto.co.uk. Find a dealer, you'll find your local dealer there. I say we have a lot of these on order. We've got about 16 of each on order at the moment, and we have sold every bike that we've had in at the moment. It's literally as soon as they come into the crate, come in the crate, they're going straight back out, build, PDI, which takes us about a couple of weeks. Very, very rigorous on our PDI and ride testing. And you can check out our Eclipse Motorcycles page, which is eclipsemotorcyclesmk.co.uk. All the bikes are listed on there. Or follow the Facebook pages, and the easiest way to follow those is off my channel, which is revbomb.co.uk. Jump on there. Last page is social media. There's my Instagram, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter on there. Follow the Facebook page. As soon as we get bikes in, I tend to post photos of crates. And there's also a link to the garage Facebook as well, so you can jump on there, follow Eclipse Motorcycles. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, 2 thumbs down. And obviously comments down the bottom. What do you think of the new LXS? Is it everything you thought it would be? I think it is. I think it's an absolutely superb bike and a good starter bike for those 17-year-olds that have just done their CVTs. Notifications bell, hit that. That will tell you when the next video is up, and there are a lot of videos coming up this week. We have got another run, weather permitting, and I hope it's going to be sunny this weekend to get out and ride up to Super Sausage with all the bikers. Live stream happening tonight, and a bit of luck Friday night, so this video will probably be up about the same time as we are live streaming. Until the next time when we're out on another bike, and obviously this has been the LXR Euro 5. Let us know your opinions. My quick one, my reach scores: rideability 10 out of 10, economy 10 out of 10, affordability has gone up, but obviously Euro 5 new cats and everything, but affordable, yes, it's still the half price of a big bike brand. So affordability, I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. It's a great bike. Comfort, can't beat it. I'm very comfortable in this seat, so 10 out of 10. Handling, well, it's an LXR, it corners like it's on rails, and if you haven't seen the video of me getting my knee down on one of these, it can be done, even on the Lexmoto tyres that come as stock. So very, very good. I'm going to give this 50 out of 50. I love these LXRs, absolutely spot on with the Euro 5s this year. So until the next time, from RB and the guys at Eclipse, be well, ride safe, and as always, it's a big goodbye from me.